A warm good evening. Happy Diwali wherever you are in the world. Welcome back to my channel, Arunfoot. And yeah, let's have a Diwali conversation. That's why a little more decked up than usual. And welcome back to the channel, everyone. And Akash, I'm doing fine. Rushabh, hi, welcome. Happy Diwali to you and to everybody, to your families, to your friends, and of course, to Indian football, right? Yeah. So that's the thing. Hi, Blue. Welcome back to all of you guys. Happy Deepavali and Kali Puja as well. Yes, and yeah, let's today maybe talk about the things that need to be spoken about. Yeah, and to start off with, as always, as I like to say, like, share, and subscribe to Arun Foot here on YouTube, on other social medias as well. And yeah, if you like what you're seeing, do leave a like behind, do leave a share as well, so that maybe more people might be able to watch this, maybe join the conversation. And as always, thank you for all those of you, yeah, we will speak about things. Do you guys arrange Kali Puja in Germany? No, we actually don't, to be very honest, because after having had Durga Pujo and then we organized Lukki Pujo a couple of weeks back, it's a lot of work for those who organize these things. And therefore, we consciously, many years back, decided not to go down the path of organizing Kali Pujo. Let's come to football today. And yeah, Punjab FC score a 3-2 win against Chennaiyin FC in an exciting game of football, to say the least. And to me, I'd say, and I guess Punjab FC is establishing themselves as one of the top teams in the league at the moment, right? At 12 points, 5 games, 5 matches played for them. That looks very good, very strong in my opinion. And therefore, will be interesting to see how they can sort of establish themselves in those higher echelons of the table. And yeah, will be interesting to see. And as Blue says, TFC disappoints. I thought the first half was good, but in the second half, and yeah, but interesting is also to see that Chennai seem to be better on the road than at home, and therefore that'll be that's the situation. Rushabh asked, do you think East Bengal will go through to quarterfinals? Oh, it's a tough ask. Let's put it this way. I would like East Bengal to go through tomorrow to give us some good news, but let's wait and see. I think Nejme is a different beast, and I'll be doing a live watch along tomorrow. So guys, do join in. Let's watch the game tomorrow, and then hopefully enjoy a good game and maybe a win for the red and gold. And yeah. So therefore, live tomorrow. It's an early kickoff in Bhutan. It's 4:30 India time. Akash said, well, I enjoyed today's game, but missed the 2 goals just after halftime while bursting some crackers. And there is an old saying here in Germany which says, go out for halftime, maybe go to the toilet, get something to eat, get something to drink, but you're ensure when the referee whistles for the second half to be there, because you never know what's going to happen. And yeah, today was one of those games. If you missed the first 5 minutes of the second session, you would have missed the 2 goals from Luka Machin. Navneet, also happy Diwali from my side. Banjab, also from my side, happy Deepavali. Bruce's PFC is a shield contenders, as it seems in playoffs should be achieved from this position. Blue, they have 12 points, and the season is long. They've only played 5 matches, 24 to play. Less than a fifth played. So let's wait and see. There are other strong teams who can turn around things. So in my opinion, let's wait and see. But at the moment, if they continue this way as they have been playing, Punjab FC surely are a potential candidate for the even more. Why Kian is not getting chances at CFC, Panash, very simply, most or not very, my guess would be that Owen Coyle thinks that other players are better than Kian at the moment, and therefore Kian is playing little, very little or nothing. So Kian has to prove himself, and that's so therefore, let's wait and see if he can turn it around. My hope was that under Owen Coyle, that he proves what kind of a player he can be. Again, the word talent is something which we've used very often in connection with Kian. Kian has to show himself on a regular basis. We say ups and downs are part of the game, but we have more downs than ups. Disappoints Indian football. Yeah, Murali, good to see you. Welcome back. That's sadly the reality. I think East Bengal winning is the only option. Draw most probably will not be enough. Exactly, Blue. That's also my thinking. A draw will give you 5 points, but I think someone on the other is going to get 6, and then you need 2 wins to be able to, fight for that spot as the best second place team. What's the incentive for the clubs to win ISL Cup? My suggestion to AIFF is that they should arrange a qualifiers between Super Cup winners against ISL winners to allot the second AFC spot. Akash, I don't know if you were here. Tried to explain it a few times that the first slot that a country gets, and I'm talking about globally, normally goes to the champions of the league, right? The second slot that normally goes to the cup winners. In this case, in India's case, in the past would have been the Federation Cup. Now it's the Super Cup. The ISL Cup, the whole tamasha of the ISL playoffs is nice, and it creates a lot of interest. But for AFC competition, it has no value, and this kind of an arrangement sounds nice, sounds interesting, but not according to how the system is run. If there was a third slot, maybe the ISL Cup winners could get that. Otherwise, that second slot would also go to, the third slot would potentially then go to the second place team in the League Shield. So did you come across Anas Edaturika in a Malayalam pod? There's part how he also blames a bit of the players for our situation, stating a lot of players in Kerala chose sevens instead of club. I've seen some headlines about it, but again, I don't speak Malayalam, so I could listen to it. Anas, of course, is the problem that he's talking about is not just a Kerala problem, but if you see in Bengal, a lot of good players go to Cape, and but on the other side, I think the problem with the players is also that there are a lot of players who are happy to play ISL, they're happy to play I League, and they're happy with the money that they're getting. That's players like Anas were putting on an India jersey and were fighting for that jersey, and that sometimes is something which is lacking. Dark Knight, also happy Diwali from my side to you and your loved ones. Blue says 29 minutes played by Kian this season. Yeah, I expected more. I don't know what others expected, but I thought Kian, would utilize the chance that comes his way and would try and play maybe more for Chennaiyin FC. But yeah, seems to me at the moment, at least at the moment, I might be right, I might be wrong, but at the moment it looks like that Owen Coyle doesn't have the trust in him that than he has in the others. So for Kian, he has to prove himself. Do you think Kian can return back to Monvagan in the January window, or maybe he should go to some top I-League clubs on loan? Parash, the reality is, uh, um, I don't think Monvagan is an option, and uh, um, he has to try and figure out. He has 2 months to go. Today's the 31st of October, so he's got 2 months to go till the end of December, and then he see right what he can do, what he can't do, and um, you know, and then decide. And then in January, yeah, he's got most probably 75 days to decide where does he stand, and then he can see where he goes or where he doesn't go, where he stays or where he moves on. But at the moment, I don't think Mohan is an option. Top I-League club, yeah, why not? But the question is, will he play there? Right? That is also something. India eliminated against Thailand. Your opinion? Are we poor defending, final movement of the game? Not only Thailand were better, simply said. We gave them a fight, but they were better than us. And so to me, yeah, that's something which is hard to see. But again, if we score 2 goals, we lead, and then can't hold on to the lead, but at least hold on to the draw. That would have been enough. But yeah, we couldn't do that. Did you burst crackers on the street? Will they allow in Germany? No, Murali. I'm actually not a firecracker guy anyway. So, why would in Germany or in other parts of the world, why would they allow firecracking today, right? Surprisingly, Namte became a starter. Yeah, Blue. I remember Renedy rated him very highly when he was at East Bengal, and and he's now getting the chance. He's even made it to the national team. So, let's see. Do you think our players should be putting up numbers in ISL before thinking about abroad? Renal, yes, but which player, even who's established in the ISL, can think about going abroad today? I saw a Bengali news cutting of Dulal Day. He reported about Rashi Sports is interested in ISL. Yeah, that has been reported, Akash, that they're supposedly interested, and the AIFF are looking at alternative plans if they can't sort of sort out the things with Reliance. Yeah, to me it doesn't make sense. But again, it's for the AIFF to decide what they think is right or what is wrong. But as I say, to me, the AIFF needs to work on things and to try and find the right solutions for these rights. And at the moment, Ranchi, conflict of interest, in my opinion, if they get involved, because they are now owners of Mohammedan Sporting, they've done something with the IFA, and they've invested in Hockey India League. So let's see. Navneet says, so not having good enough forward centre backs, do you think it has much more to do with lack of good position, specific coaching, rather than foreign players playing important position? I wouldn't say it's just about good positioning. I would generalize it, Navneet, right? I think that generally what is part of defending, what is part of being a striker, you have the right coaches or not. And if you don't teach, some of the stuff is natural. And if the boys don't learn the right things at the right age, I don't know, it's not going to happen for them. But don't you think AIFF has the final say on who should get the second slot? I mean, it happened in the past. AIFF can make a qualifier in Super Cup and ISL KO champs. In the past, it happened because we had the mix of the I-League, and therefore with the I-League and Super Cup, that was somehow done. But the AIFF actually doesn't somewhat have a final say, because again, the rules are laid down by the AFC. Again, every continental body lays down who is eligible to play or not to play. So it's not just a national matter, but it's an international matter. How to identify football development and peer thing? Because right now I heard so many big European clubs set up centers in India, other parts of the world. Setting up centers in other parts of the world is Murali, are PR stories, in my opinion. If they're setting up a club, running a proper entity, with their own people, proper resources, then it's something different. Do you feel 2011 AFC team technical better than current generation despite the source and for exposure to? Do you think individual potential matters? Yeah, they were better, surely better. But on the other side, they also got a level of exposure internationally through Bob. Think about it. We spent, training 4 weeks with the team at La Masia. I spent time 3 months in Portugal. Yeah, it was different. By the way, do Molina somehow resemble Juan's style? I'm asking because someone trying to attack and defend together like Juan did. Havas had specialized roles for everyone. Blue, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that it's similar to Juan, but Molina's and or even put Habas in the mix of the discussion. I think that the style that Molina is playing or the system he's trying to play is his own. Do you ever felt wrong people occupying wrong position or lack of intent? Yeah, morally. Often. Just watch some of the videos of the last week. If you haven't, you or the others, just watch those videos that I've been creating. I mean, I did something today is a little bit more spooky. I don't know if you've seen it. Is Indian football dead? Watch that. Yesterday I asked, what kind of leadership does Indian football need? Before that, fans don't stop supporting Indian football. So I've done a few things. Do watch those videos as well. Also, Shachi bought Abbas Union. How can a club be owner of ISL club and I-League clubs and also a corporate partner of ISL? Yeah, Akash, conflict of interest. ISL playoffs are useless. Sure, it does generate some interest, but anyways, ISL's viewership and attendance is in downward spiral. Anyway, we need to stop copying IPL, MLS model. ISL needs to be a proper league. Rushabh, it needs to be a proper league. It is a proper league. It just has the playoffs in the end. And even in Europe, sometimes they discuss at the end of the season, so, should you have it? And in an Indian context, it works. If you like it, if I like it, it works. And the biggest interest in the ISL is created in the playoffs, period. And that's the reality. And I think it'll stay. Paulo says Shachi is very, very fishy. What's their source of income? The real estate market is not that great right now in India. No one knew about this company 3-4 years ago. Yeah. Today I went to Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium, Delhi. I enjoyed the match, but it would have been a great experience if seats were closer. Drove. That's something which I totally agree with you. But again, that stadium is so big. I remember when Bayern Munich played India and it was a little foggy in Delhi. You thought, having binoculars might have helped. So that's the reality, the size of the stadium. But again, good that you went and good that Delhi, saw some fans coming in to watch Punjab FC take on Chennaiyin, and of course Punjab winning this game. Isn't Shachi also IFF sponsor? Yes, they are. Was this a problem for national team peers a few years or decades earlier too, where players at times don't give the 100% or where they are just not good enough compared to current players? Sorry. I think it's a current generation problem. I think they gave everything, or gave their maximum. Let's put it this way. And is that good? Is that bad? I don't know, but it has helped, right? It has helped Indian football over the years. But at the moment, what I see is which I find very dangerous. I feel there's a lack of passion in there. And that's something which worries me deeply when I see the team play, right? Because it's just not good enough, I would say, right? So therefore, for me, it's a challenge. And but in the old days, yeah, maybe they were not as good, but some of them might have been, as I say, some of them were better. So it's a mixed bag. I personally felt not only in football, other sports, we are not good at the development process of player except hockey or cricket. Yeah? Yeah. ISL playoffs are necessary for Indian audience, otherwise the league will be dead long before end of the season. AIFF just needs to give them an incentive like second AFC spot or at least qualifies. Again, it's not on the AIFF, Akash. I can just repeat myself, right? What's the condition of Ambedkar Stadium right now? Palash, supposedly, it was supposed to be rebuilt. Nothing has happened so far. Um, um, I saw it during the Shubuto Cup competition. Uh, and ground conditions didn't look too good, but it was the old stadium, so nothing has been done so far. IFA and Shrachi deal is dead. Shrachi is not happy with IFA management. Akash, the deal isn't dead as such. Yeah, they aren't happy with them, but IFA is also not happy with Shrachi because Shrachi still has money pending with them, so the whole sponsorship amount has not been paid. Do you feel like Indians are football illiterate? Renal, it's too generalizing too much. Yes, surely there are people who are football literate. There are people who will be football intelligent, and who will know and understand things quite well. So from that perspective, I would say, yeah, there are people this way, that way, and sometimes here, sometimes there. But sometimes I feel that there are people who sell you that they understand and grasp things, and on the other side, actually they don't, and that's my biggest concern. Very often with Indian football, that there are people who try and tell you, show you they know, they understand things, and actually they don't, and that's the reality. That's the reality of football, and therefore, yeah, it will be interesting to see if we educate people more, and people understand things better, and we avoid making the mistakes. My biggest concern is right now, has been, is, and will be that we make mistakes and we seem to be making the mistakes again and again and again and again. That's my biggest concern. Also, for some reason, Shrachi sponsors literally every small Bengali sports media. Weird. Yeah, interesting, huh? I don't understand. If you look at most players who make it pro, come from humble backgrounds. If you're privileged, don't really have that hunger, right? I wonder, where does the hunger disappear for national team? Um, Rishabh, I feel it's the money factor. I don't know what you guys think. You know, um, I think the money factor is an issue here, and a lot of players, when they make it to the top, it's something, um, yeah, which is happening on a regular basis, and I don't know. It's yeah. Is it really that what we want, or that what we need, or is it not? And yeah, it's something, I don't know. I am, you know um, I would love to know what is, yeah, how can we improve on those things, but at the moment, there's a mentality issue. I feel there's a mentality issue with the players, and I don't know how we can sort that out. You said some player not good enough to play an international match. What about the current batch? Are they good enough, or are they the best among the players? The current batch is the best amongst the players. You know, uh, for me, as I say, the challenge here is that if these players are not Asian level, right, and if there was this exceptional talent, um, you know, um, that player would come through. Your views on FC Goa versus Bangalore FC tomorrow and predictions seems very important match for both. A very important match for both, I would say. Um, more so, I think, for FC Goa rather than for BFC. BFC actually are very comfortable in the situation they are in. But for FC Goa, it's been mixed for a while, and I think the challenge now, is, not tomorrow, but on Saturday. Sorry, that they need to try and get to win again. Right? That's for them the big challenge, and I don't know if they can do that, but interesting to see if Goa can return to winning ways. That's quite a bit of a challenge. Happy Diwali, Pranjal, and as I said, those of you might have joined later, happy Diwali to you guys as well. And those of you who might be new to the channel and um, like what you're hearing, like what you're seeing, do leave a like behind, do leave a share, and subscribe if you haven't. 8 likes so far tonight. So therefore, and as always, thank you from my side for the support. Did you ever feel like the football Musiala, Enric, Yamal, they come from football powerhouse countries? What about other countries? It doesn't have to be always from powerhouse countries, right? We see a Mohamed Salah, we see an Erling Haaland. Football talent can come from any country, from anywhere in the world. You know, if you look at the old days, George Weah was from Liberia, so they can come from anywhere. East Bengal versus Nijma, what is your prediction? I said I would like East Bengal to win. I want them to go through and keep India's flag flying. But but on the other side, it's a tough game. Very, very tough game. I think Chhatrasal Stadium could have been the best option for Punjab FC. I used to visit Chennaiyin for 80K matches. It's way too big and also too far to see properly. Akash, Chhatrasal does not fulfill ISL criteria. I remember a lot of 2017 U17 match players were so hyped and got hundreds of followers on Instagram. I feel the most hyped players back then have disappeared today. For example, Komal Thatal and Aniket Jadhav. Yeah, Rushabh, very true. Komal Thatal, I think, was a very special case. I remember he colored his hair, did this, did that, feature stories on him at the time. And I remember, the coaches beat earlier Nico Adam, and then, of course, Norton Matos, who said, just don't have the players, let them grow as footballers, let them, become better. And I think that was the challenge. That is the challenge for these players who have not achieved what they should need to achieve, and that's, I think, the challenge which remains, I think, for the players. And so far they're not there where they can, need to be, and therefore it's not not an easy one. And again, an under 17 batch, if you look at it from any country in the world, and then you see the senior national team, so for me, you see a lot of players who don't make it. Did you ever felt if I worked for result in Indian football, I would have been done with long time ago? No. If again, sports is not a normal job. It's not a normal, you can't bank on the results, right? So football is different morally in that way. Haaland or Mbappe, whom do you choose as your striker? I would go for. It depends on the team, bro. It depends on what kind of team I have. Do I need a classic number 9? Do I need someone who can play as a 9 but who I can put on the wing? It depends. Those two are not the same kind of strikers. So yeah, that's what it is. When you will again join a club in India? Akash, at the moment, there's no plans. There's nothing in the pipeline. If a club would approach me, we can talk and think about it. But at the moment, there is nothing in the works. Are we a tier 3 or tier 4 team in Asia? Renel, I think we are between tier 2, tier 3, not tier 4. Do you think all this agility drills for kids are useless in Indian context? We should be on the field rather than in gym. Yeah, 100%. Every second that you can spend on the field is better than just being in the gym. I think our players are way too often in the gym which I think I've heard from numerous people. Who've said that they feel that's one of the problems that Indian football has. That we are spending too much time in the gym, and it's not helping us, so to say, right? That's a fact. That's a fact. That's not even talking about something. MD Gaming says Kolkata any stadium beat Telangana. Stadium condition is so bad. Grass is not there properly. As an East Bengal fan, we're lucky to have good stadium, good football culture. Okay. Yeah, but it's not going to change it. Huh? Telangana is going to host India's match against Malaysia. Let's say you have to replace Harry Kane and Bayern. Then I would most probably go with Holland. If I have to go at Bayern, I would use Holland. Do you think Kerala FA bringing Tom Byers and including his ideologies in school can create a chunk load of U6 kids? It doesn't work that way. If you would bring in someone like Tom, you have to develop a long-term program. What are you doing with those U6 kids? Right? U6 kids sounds nice, but you don't have a structure for them. You don't have a league structure, competition structure. So for me, is bringing someone like Tom, taking his expertise, but how you're going to implementation is the problem. It's not the Tom Byers of this world. Basic implementation is failing in Indian football these days. Even my Mednipur stadium has better grass than Gachibowli. Okay, Akash. Why Kochi didn't get any matches? Any political reason? Kerala government is not willing to put money on the table. They are, offer things like Telangana has done, Odisha has done in the past. Even Karnataka, Gujarat have offered things without which the AIFF wouldn't have gone there. So these are all realities of how things at the moment work in the All India Football Federation. If I like it, you like it, not doesn't matter. As I like to say, these are the ways that things are run in the federation, and it's the way it is, right? So things, what happens next? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what can happen, what will happen, but it's a complicated situation. What will happen to FF state like Telangana stop sponsoring friendly matches? We might not be playing matches except if we are invited to play somewhere. That's the position, financial situation of the All India Football Federation. So let's be honest about it. Did you ever feel technical good team struggled against the physical team? Japan, by far superior team in Asia and technical, but I find them struggling against Syria. Yeah, Murali, that's football. Football isn't chess. If you say, listen, today this team is technically better, or this team is physically better, or this team is whatever tactically better, it doesn't work. So therefore, that's normal. Where is the 100 crore going should be the first question. Yeah, to ask that question. Hi Kumar, welcome back. That I want to ask you, two football federations ho sakta hai? No. There can't be two federations again, and AIFF to change nahi hoga. Kyun na AIFF ko has hatat ke new federation aaye? Is that it's not possible because the AIFF is recognized by FIFA, by the AFC, and by the government of India, and that's way, you can't create a new federation. And then again, if you create a new federation, and for example, let's say the government of India recognizes it, we would get banned, right? Because there is that's something. Hi Shaggy, happy Diwali to you as well, and all of those of you who've joined today. A little bit of a festive mood, a little different than usual. In these trying times, let's also keep on talking. Another, where's the financial report of 2023-2024 of AIFF? I haven't seen it, I haven't checked it. Check it in the documents database that the AIFF have on their website. The question should be, can we shut down AIFF? what do you gain by shutting down the AIFF? Akash would be my question. If you shut down the AIFF, what do? Right? There needs to be a body which is running football in India, and at the end of the day, um, it's rather a question of not shutting down the AIFF, but rather getting the right people into the AIFF. I think that should be rather the question. Will you get any chance to meet Kalyan where I can tell him the basic things? Renal, yeah, I thought I'd bump into him at the Kolkata derby. He wasn't around. Um, I am not the person to tell Kalyan Chaube what is right, what is wrong, and tell Kalyan, these are the things that you need to do. Again, some of you think it's very, very easy just to go and tell them on the face. Doesn't work that way, right? And there needs to be a reason for me to be able to tell him that. So therefore, it doesn't happen that way. Do you think result also made us to lose moral at the end of the day? For the coach, result matters a lot. Yeah. Again, moral, passion, confidence, all of these things are somehow interlinked. How would you rate Praful Patel versus Kalyan Chaube? Blue, just look at the time that Praful was president and look at now what Kalyan has done over the last 2 years. And I think that gives you a simple answer. People who says AFC or FIFA bias, your simple question, what would be? It's not a simple question. It's people like fans go for the easy way out. Yes, are referees making mistakes? Of course. Yeah. The problem here is that FIFA and AFC, as custodians of the games, there's always rumors about this, about that. I think we need to be very, very clear that there are two layers within sporting bodies very often. And that is, one is the political one, and the other one is the operational side of things. And now for me, so to me it's very, very clear that let the political side of things do whatever it does. But let the professional part, the organizational, the operational, the administrative side, let it run. That needs to be understood. Hello, sir. Wishing you and your family a very happy Diwali. Stay safe and joy. Thank you, Manolo. As always, also my best wishes to you and your families and your loved ones. And let the spirit of this festival, let's all pray and hope that things get better. Looking good in Kurta. Thank you very, very much. After all pitch chaos, pitch was good in today's match. I think it wasn't pitch chaos, Manolo. I think it was the overall situation of the stadium. I think especially the running track has been damaged more than the pitch. And again, I've been told by someone who was there yesterday on the running track that there's quite a bit of damage on it. I thought Kalyan would do better because he was a professional footballer. He proved me wrong. Playing experience is different than management experience and capabilities. Yeah, Akash, I could have told you so. I think that's the biggest lesson I tell most people who said, oh, this is going to happen, that is going to happen, the federation will do this, the federation will do that, this will happen, that will happen. None of that has happened, right? Because the reality is so far is that so therefore for me, it was very, very evident that this new AIFF which was coming in had a lack of understanding of how to run things, and they got rid of people who knew how to run things. You cannot run the federation without knowing how this federation runs. This federation is a beast. It's a huge beast that you need to control and need to run. And I think a lot of people, So let's see what happens. Do you felt Indian football fallen trap to motivation and fake promises rather than ground realities? Yeah, of course. That's how certain people have made a business out of that, right? AIFF never change, and people also in AIFF not change. So no hope. No one or two person can't change all the people in AIFF. And the gaming, you know what? whatever people think, I think in the past, with all the problems that were there, things were running. The system was kept running. I think this is one thing one needs to understand. Was it perfect? No, it wasn't. It was far from perfect. But the system was kept running. I think that's the most important lesson of the time, that the system was kept running with all the problems that um, that were being faced, and therefore that is something which you and I cannot change. But now things have gone bad, and you know let's see where things go. They did not upload till now after the last AGM meeting. The next financial year is also going to over. Yeah, Kumar, that normally they should be doing it. At first, when I followed Indian footy, I was in dreamland, but you with Orko and others made me realize where we stand and the problem is the solution. I'll soon come out and find for our footy. Brennan, great to hear. I think Kumar Reddy talking about audit report, they not upload early क्योंकि घोटाला हुआ है भर भर के. Yeah, I don't think that's the general one is the general one, and then there is an audited one normally. In India, you will see most of the people says that sports authorities should be run by ex-professional sports persons. So absolutely no, management is completely different than knowing the game. They don't even know the game. Akash, I think that should be some of the greatest players. Will who are it's yeah. I know players who are earning well, but but it's not going to work. Maradona, great player, enjoyed circus, but didn't enjoy the same thing as a coach. Yeah, Morali, him, Pele, best examples. Is Kalyan's regime the worst in recent 30-40 years? Do you see worse regime in this? Your experience about other bad regimes? The others weren't bad. The others tried to develop things. Were fighting for things. Be it, be it Praful Patel, and then before that, Mr. Das Munsi, be it Kushal, be it Albert Colasso. These guys tried with the problems. In the next World Cup cycle, can we expect a 10 to 25% increase in Indian national team performance? Also, wait, let me answer that. Shaggy, where is it supposed to come from? If you look at the players, that would be my. I would like to guess, but I don't know how. Also, how come AIFF president also is acting CEO of IOA? This dual responsibility President Kalyan defocused. Was he ever focused? Is it on any of the two jobs? He's not. He's not acting CEO. He's now joint secretary of the IOA, or was and is. So I don't know what the focus should be. And even if there's a focus, what's he going to do? Shaggy, that's the problem. You felt Odisha has contributed more compared to other states in terms of sports. Have visit Odisha Sports Center? Yes, they have, Murali, but I've sadly not visited it. An ex-sports person can be a technical director, advisor, or something else, but not present or anyone in controlling that authority. That's one, but technical director to me doesn't even need to be an sports person. It needs to be someone who has the necessary qualification, right? If we see some of the best players, okay, Pep Guardiola was a top-class player. Jurgen Klopp, second Bundesliga, right? Julian Nagelsmann ended early. Thomas Tuchel ended early in his career, right? Hansi Flick, played Bayern, played Germany, but wasn't really that top pro. So therefore, a lot of these quality guys were never really, the exceptions would be most for Johan Cruyff and Van Beek were. So, yeah, those two legends of the games are, some two of the biggest names that who have succeeded in football. And but otherwise, a lot of the guys were there. Jose Mourinho is not an ex-top level footballer. So these are the realities. Ashish Negi was saying the entire blame should be taken by the executive and technical committee along with Kalyan. Yeah, I think they have a lot to answer, and of course the top brass of the AIFF. The case of bringing back Indian Arrows and then the closing was a very bad move, in my opinion. Showed up incompetency, just amazing. Shaggy, the idea of bringing back the Indian Arrows, I think, was good. I would say that. But my problem with that was that when you came around with that idea, the transfer window was closed. So even if you, let's say, in theory, could have organized money to run the program, how would you have signed the player? He couldn't have signed the players. So therefore, yeah, that's the challenge. How was Priyaranjan Das Munshi as the AIFF head? Akash, Priyada, with the guidance of ex-FIFA president Sepp Blatter started the NFL. He got a lot of things done for Indian football. Once in a while, he had to actually put pressure on people and say, "Hey, listen, you need to sponsor Indian football," and that actually then happened. But on the other side, yeah, did it work? Did it not work? Different days, different era. But he allowed Albert Colasso to run things. He got money from FIFA to build Football House, so that's also something that has come under his tenure. Stephen was the coach. Stephen, and other things. A lot of things happened under him. So was better than what we are having now, I would say. Why AIFF authority not doing press conference, and what about Vision 2047 promise 2020? They say we qualify every group for Asian Cup, 19 qualify for World Cup and senior men top 10. Why they don't do a press conference is a question for them to ask. And 2047, is that a promise? Or is that a, wish list? To me, it's a wish list. It's not a promise. To me, it's a wish list, and it was bound to fail. And I would have hoped not that badly, but this is something which is a problem. And what concrete should change in your opinion in coaching education in India? Roshan, we need to bring in the right experts. We need experts from the West. Sorry to say that. I need someone, experienced guy, potentially with help from the German FA or the French FA, Spanish FA, English FA, who can come in and tell them, guys, what you're doing at the moment is not good enough. Kalyan throwing mud on PT Usha. Yeah, they're doing it both with each other. Kumar. How long will it take for you to determine this player is good or bad? Murali, I am not a technical person, and therefore I have done this, what you're asking, but normally I don't do that. So I'm not a scout. I'm not a coach. So therefore rather abstain. Do you see too much bias in football favoring ex-footballers, for example, getting coaching courses? Yeah, happening. Roshan, happening. Bit of a problem. It's something which is there, and which is growing, and it's one of those many problems. In matches, we need to give these people of Galis that way only our voices will be heard. Rishabh, giving Galis, will people listen to that? I don't know. I'm asking a question. Giving Galis is not, in my opinion, is not constructive. And it doesn't matter if you're giving Galis, or I don't know if Man United fans are giving Galis, or whoever is giving Galis. Abuses. At least to me, abuse is useless in that way. So therefore, there are other means and forms. Lack of consequences missing in football. If the similar thing happened anywhere in the world, would be something else. Morally, some people will say yes. And elsewhere they would hand, How do you rate Zidane? Why Remedinse is better than Pep? I mean, how they can think this also why he never coached any other team. Um, yeah, again, Real Madrid and their fans and what they believe, let them believe. Um, you know, yeah, I think Pep Guardiola has proven what kind of a coach he is. Zidane was an exceptional player, has had great success also now with Real Madrid, but yeah, Pep Guardiola has coached some three top clubs around the world. Another Robban plan is good, but implementation is a problem. But the entire problem in football is implementation. Not the entire problem. It's part of the problem. Implementation is a key part, but at the moment, even the roadmap or the vision or whatever you want to call it, even that is flawed. Happy Diwali also, Chetan, from my side to you and to everybody else who might be joining in or watching later. Indian fans should boycott national team matches, let them play at empty stadium, only then AIFF will be under pressure. What pressure? If no one is going, what's the pressure? There is no pressure. Akash. And that's why I say, to me, very, very important. The protest, how the protest, what the protest needs to be very, very thought out. It can't be, giving Gali, not going to games. Who bothers? If you are not going, if other people are not going, if I'm not going, who bothers? No, nobody cares. Nobody cares. So therefore, one has to make his or her voice heard. And that's the key thing. If I may ask, what do you do in Germany? Dhruv, I work in international football, and have worked on development projects, you know, you know. So yeah, so that's what I do, and of course what I've done in India as well. Dada, funny part, Ashish Negi said last U17 Asian Cup, AFF said one people from state FA can go with the team. बिहार से एक बंदा ग्राउंड में घूम रहा है जो अलाउ नहीं है. Yeah, happens. Not good, but yeah, happens. You mean foreign expert like Frank Wormuth or Horst Wein, who I guess brought Spanish grassroots model to Germany? Yeah, be it Horst or the late Horst Wein. Horst doesn't live anymore. Someone like a Frank Wormuth. Yeah, why not? These are the kinds of people that I would bring in and structure it. To big names. Frank Wormuth has worked a long time for the German Federation. Horst Wein used to be a hockey coach. Is the godfather of Barcelona's football under Cruyff. So yeah, tiki taka and all that stuff. So yeah, those kind of people I would bring in and then work with them and then try and work to bring up. Do you think politics and sports interlink strongly across the world or only India? Across the world, Murali. Tete Amar, any chance of him becoming the president? He has the profile and is a politician now. It's for Tete to decide. Shaggy, I agree that he has the profile, the knowledge, the understanding. He's also a politician. I don't know that if Tete would like to do it. That's, I think, the big question here. Would someone like him want to do this job, which is very complex and complicated? But yeah, I'm not sure if he would be willing to do it, given, Another ex-top player becoming a successful manager is 1% or less than that. Okay. Where do you get that piece of stat, Kumar? When will be the next election of AIFF? Blue? It's up in the stars. I have no clue. Ashish Negi asked why he's on ground and who he is. Assistant coach said he's Bihar Federation member. Then I asked why he is in front. Friend or why Bihar Federation Bihar और फुटबॉल का दौर तक कुछ नहीं है. Yeah, these things, happened. Chanting galis and making tifos could eventually make it headlines. That's where they'll probably realize how pissed fans are. I think this too happens in Europe, not just this. Also, the media goes out on FA. Yeah, it's but yeah, I don't know. I think that the fans and the influence around the world, and if I tell that to German friends as well, what kind of influence, how much of an influence do you actually have, and how much of positive influence do you have? And that's something which I often don't see. So therefore, I am always very skeptical about these kind of things. As of now, chanting Gali is part of banter right now, but yeah, eventually we would have to use it to make ourselves heard. Rishabh, I would rather try and find other ways of protest. Do you think Consider never received properly respect what he contributed in football? Yeah. Again, certain people who understand things, who are friends with Stephen, let's say myself, I always said that to him, and I will always, you know, uh, um, you know, um, say it to him. So therefore, um, so for me, that's something, uh, uh, and yeah, it's something. It's Stephen has done so much for us over the years in his two stints. Uh, that he deserved better, much, much better. But again, these are realities of football in India these days. Negi laughed and said, why no other federation member not selected who work good for federation? I think Ashish knows uh, that, again, the problem of the structure of a sporting body and a federation is that whoever is involved has to be kept happy, right? And therefore, our structure is flawed because the state associations are the ones who are, putting the body together. It's more important, most probably, in my opinion, that there could be another structure in which the professional clubs, the professional leagues are involved in the running of the federation. But that doesn't happen, right? I mean, the big drivers in be it the Premier League, be it the Bundesliga, be it La Liga, they're all very much linked and work within the federation. And here in India, it's the state associations. Or now the protest should be done in front of Chobe's house, not in front of the federation. Okay, Kumar, yeah. But again, if you go and protest in front of his house, will something change? You know, people need to think what kind of an influence could they have. Do you think we are not making the system strong? Instead, we are making it weak. Indonesia, they're not a strong team, but they have strong development process. Yeah, we're making the system is weak. Of course, the system is weak. But again, we're trying to build a house, and we don't have our foundations, and then the house sort of collapses once in a while, and then we start building again, and then we still do this, maybe the same mistakes. So therefore, yeah. Last episode, KL now. Ashish Negi bang on with questions. If any member wants to come show and wants to do answers, they can come. It's like challenging. Yeah, but who's watching? Who's listening? No one will come. And even if someone would come, will they really say what the problems and issues are? We have to live in the real world, right? And then again, Rushabh, in Europe, if fans are pissed, there's media, then make sure it's here. Mainstream media just focus on cricket. I don't see any other way may go on, and social media thinks nothing gonna happen. Mainstream media reporting about what changes have you had? Do the fans actually always, when they protest and do the right thing and work towards the right thing? I don't know. In Europe, for example, what is the biggest success? That the European Super League hasn't come, right? That's the biggest success of the fans in Europe. At the end of the day, down the road, the European Super League will come. And it's not an Indian for me, even the fans in Europe don't understand football. Sorry to say that. Because at the end of the day, football's competition is not amongst the respective leagues. For football, the real competition is American football. It's the NFL. It's going to be NBA. It's going to be basketball, MLB, in certain parts of the world where baseball is big. So therefore, these are the questions that we need. Social media is a nice thing. Do protest in the stadium, nice. But Gali is not going to do. You have to be wise in your protest. You have to try and reach out to people, right? Talk to people. This abuse and something or the other will happen. I don't know. It's not an approach which, in my opinion, can, will, and will give the outcome that we are looking for, right? Will the things change for good? Difficult to say, right? I feel very difficult to say, right? And that's the challenge that we have now. That if we want things to change for good, yeah, that's the challenge. Welcome to the world of Indian football, where things are much more complex and complicated than elsewhere in the world, and that's something which is just there, and I would like it to be differently, but let's see. Hi Karam, Punjab FC looking a different side with Luka Machin comeback. Yeah, Luka Machin, the talisman of this team, very very key player, and someone who interestingly, yeah. Uh, so therefore, yeah, they've done. Punjab has done very very well, and Luka Machin again is one of the few players that I've seen also amongst the foreigners who've actually transitioned perfectly from the I League to the ISL. That's also a reality. Now they have to form two academies from Uzbekistan are in the top 7 Asian leagues released by CIES. Okay. Two academies from Uzbekistan in the top 7 Asian leagues or top 7 Asian academies. Any area do you think Indian football figured in out any position or any positive? At the moment, none. No. I really think sports succeed with rivalries. Rivalries are key, and we need more healthy rivalries similar to the Kolkata clubs. Rivalries create fan interest from all corners. Rohit, yes, can be a driver, as you say, but the Kolkata derby is also proving, or also sometimes some of the other fan groups, the behaviors are proving, in my opinion, that certain things have become very, very toxic in Indian football. That is in my opinion, is a huge concern, right? And how does that change for good? And rivalries are good again, but are they healthy? And they're in Indian context, most rivalries are becoming unhealthy. What happened to Czech Republic? Because in the past they had one of the best teams, but they're not fall down. Morally, as I say, up and down, up and down. At the moment, the Czechs are not as good as they've been. We have some good moments. We just forget everything. We forget the deep-rooted problem. A better national team beats Malaysia. Most people just forget how things are going. Again, folks will start hyping. Yeah, Bushup, that's a danger. That's a real danger. Kalyan Chaube Award Best Grassroots process by certain federation, but ground ranches or something else. It's not Kalyan Chaube, it's the AIFF who received it from the AFC. I still haven't understood or recognized what the criterias were, but yeah, they've got it, right? So that's what it is at the moment. Yeah, can't believe it, but that's the reality of things. Right, over an hour already. Wow, didn't even realize it. We've been speaking for over an hour. Those of you had been new to the channel, welcome. This is Sonawa Chaudhary. You're on arunfoot. If you like what you're seeing, do leave behind a like and a share. 10 likes so far. We're still at 1,864 subscribers here. Thanks to all of you. And yeah, let's keep on working to growing this community. Happy Diwali to all of you who are watching or might be watching it later on. And as always, yeah, let's also look at the other content that is there on the channel. If you're liking something, or if you want something, do let me know. As I said, let's try and get this channel above 2,000, and then I will start doing some interviews with guests. So that's what you know. Did you visit Gurugram? How is it find a developed part of India? Yeah, I mean, I went to Cyber Hub. Cyber Hub could have been anywhere else in the world, but actually, yeah, nice place. Nice to hang out, good food. So yeah, nice. Right. If you're not throwing any more questions at me and it's Diwali night, I will allow you to slowly maybe go and celebrate. I'll be back tomorrow, as I said, with a watch along. East Bengal versus Nejme Sports Club. Big game coming up tomorrow in the AFC Challenge League. Hoping for East Bengal to pull something off. And otherwise, enjoy this night and a happy Diwali also from my side. All the best to you. And morally, no, badminton isn't that big a sport. The big sports in Germany, very simply said, are football, it is handball, it is ice hockey, basketball has grown quite substantially, tennis to some extent is there, and there are a lot of other sports in there as well. So therefore, if you're not throwing any more questions at me or observations, guys, I'll then slowly come to the end. As I say again and again, like, share, and subscribe. Arunfoot, and yeah, I'll be back tomorrow earlier than usual with a live watch along of East Bengal versus Nejme SC in the AFC Challenge League. And yeah, let's hope tomorrow that East Bengal can pull off a win and stay in the tournament, stay in contention for something bigger, at least give us some good news at the international level for Indian football before the year is over. But yeah, um, that's going to be tomorrow. So thanks a lot. Good night, and I'll catch you tomorrow.